Okay, let's jump right into it. In a world that's just full of fleeting trends, what are the skills that actually, well, that print money? We're about to break down the 11 timeless skills that are the bedrock of any empire. You master these, and you're not just building a business, you're building a legacy. And this right here, this is the fundamental truth. Luck comes and goes, and good ideas are a dime a dozen. But real sustainable wealth, that's built on a foundation of skill. If you can master these abilities, you'll always have the power to create value. And that, in turn, is how you generate wealth. All right, so let's start in the engine room. These first four skills are the absolute non-negotiables. You have to be able to build something valuable and then get it to the people who actually need it. I mean, without this core engine, your business is literally going nowhere. So here's a really crucial distinction. An idea, that's just a single point, right? A light bulb moment. But strategy is the winding road that actually gets you to your destination. An idea is, hey, I'll sell DVDs by mail. A strategy is seeing the pivot points way up ahead. Netflix didn't just have an idea, they saw the massive shift to streaming and they positioned themselves to dominate it. And then they saw the need for original content and pivoted again. See the difference? That's the difference between a spark and an empire. Most people think innovation means inventing something totally from thin air, but here's what Apple understood better than anyone. You don't have to be first, you just have to be transformative. They didn't invent the MP3 player. They didn't invent the smartphone. What they did was obsess over the user experience, making the existing tech so intuitive and so elegant that it felt completely new. That's the secret, right? Exceptional innovation isn't always about the what, it's about the how. Okay, so you've built a great product. Now what? Well, the average approach is just to shout louder than everyone else. But exceptional marketing, the kind Nike does, is about getting chosen. Think about it. They don't just sell shoes, they sell greatness. By linking their brand to legends like Michael Jordan and Serena Williams, they've made their products synonymous with victory. It's the difference between just getting seen and getting chosen. Let's be honest, the word sales can kind of make you cringe, right? We all picture those pushy, high-pressure tactics. But here's the thing. At the highest level, sales isn't about pressure at all. It's about partnership. It's about understanding a customer's needs so deeply that your product becomes the obvious, inevitable solution. It's the critical bridge between creating value and actually capturing it. So once your core engine is up and running, you're going to need an operating system to manage all that growth and scale effectively. These next skills, these are what turn a successful small business into an absolute global machine. System design is the unsung hero of massive scale, and there's honestly no better example than McDonald's. It all starts inside the kitchen, where every single action is optimized for speed and consistency. But it doesn't stop there. They designed a franchise model that could be perfectly replicated anywhere in the world, all supported by this incredibly efficient global supply chain. That's how a simple burger joint became a global empire, through bulletproof systems. Every business has a finite amount of fuel, right? Time, money, talent. The true masters know exactly where to point that rocket ship. Take Amazon. While everyone was watching their e-commerce empire grow, Jeff Bezos was quietly diverting resources to this small side project, Amazon Web Services. Why? Because he saw the next growth engine. And today, AWS is the most profitable part of the entire company. That's the power of placing the right bets. Oh man, this is such a fascinating lesson in timing. So Vine had a brilliant idea, short-form vertical video, but it was just too early. The technology wasn't ready, the culture wasn't there yet. Flash forward a few years, TikTok launches the exact same concept into a world with faster internet, better phones, and a booming creator economy. The result? An absolute explosion. The crucial difference wasn't the idea, it was the moment. Okay, so we've got the engine and we have the operating system. But businesses are run by people. This final set of skills is all about the human element, how you lead, how you influence, and how you build relationships to create a kind of leverage that you just can't buy. Negotiation is a high-stakes game, and SpaceX, they played it for survival. On one side, Elon Musk had to stare down these legacy suppliers and convince them to slash their outrageous prices. On the other side, he had to persuade the US government to bet the future of American spaceflight on his private company. And he won on both fronts. Those deals are literally why SpaceX exists today. One successful negotiation can change the course of history. So what's the true mark of a great leader? It's not about giving orders, it's about architecting a culture. When Satya Nadella took over Microsoft, he inherited this toxic, know-it-all environment. His masterstroke was to demolish that and build a learn-it-all culture in its place. That single shift unleashed a wave of innovation that made Microsoft one of the most valuable companies on the planet. That is the power of leadership. Look, no one builds an empire in a vacuum. Hustle will only get you so far. A powerful network is what gives you incredible leverage. Just look at Sam Altman. His real genius lies in his ability to connect with and assemble these brilliant minds. That's how we built the world-class team behind OpenAI. It's the ultimate cheat code, just bringing together the right people to achieve the impossible. So, we've covered 10 crucial skills, but there's one more, a final capstone skill that ties everything together and elevates a company from just being great to being legendary. This is all about building a legacy. Let's be absolutely clear about this. A brand is not a logo. A logo is just decoration. A true brand, the kind perfected by Apple, is the feeling you get from every single interaction. It's in the ads, the store design, the weight of the product in your hand, even the sound the box makes when you open it. Every single detail is crafted to communicate excellence. That feeling, that's the brand, and it is the ultimate uncopyable advantage. So, as you can see, these aren't just isolated skills. They're the interconnected building blocks of any great empire. Strategy, innovation, leadership, branding, they all work together. The only question that's left is, which one will you master first? Thank you for watching Wealth Pit.